Right, I believe that we are live today and the broadcast is starting. And I want to say good afternoon to everyone. I know that you are on your lunch break. I am Pastor Jacki, the network marketer, and I want to welcome you to Lunchtime Marketing on the Pastor Jacki Show. And I'm going to turn something off here.
Oh, maybe I could mute myself too.
Okay. And on the Pastor Jacki Show, I just want to let you know this is really our first episode of doing this. And on the Pastor Jacki Show, I do have my notes, so I'm going to read them. You will receive tips, tools, and strategies on how to become a better marketer. You might be wondering, well, who is this show for? It is for newbie marketers. It's for entrepreneurs, being small business owners who are looking for a way to market their business online, as well as individuals who are really looking to start a business and they want to start their business doing online marketing. So that's really what this show is about. We are really going to be providing a lot of value, free value to those that are in the marketplace. And our topic today is how to actually start an online business from scratch. So I hope that you brought your lunch because I had to bring mine. I'm going to start this discussion by really telling you a little bit about myself. I am a network marketer and I'm in the health and wellness business. And so I was really frustrated with the way that I was doing my business at the time. I had truly become frustrated with traditional marketing and I just didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to do the house parties. I didn't want to do, talking to strangers on the street, passing out flyers. I just didn't want to get kicked out of stores anymore like Costco, Walmart, and Target, because I was in there acting like I was shopping, but I really wasn't. I was passing out my business cards and trying to get people to tap into my opportunity. And so I got tired of doing that. And so I really became a frustrated marketer. And I was almost on the verge of quitting. But then before I quit, I started kind of looking into what could I do? How could I change my business? And I was introduced to online marketing that has truly, truly changed my business. And I'm so excited that I am learning tips, tools, and strategies of how to market my business in a better way. And so our topic today, our lunchtime topic today, is how to start an online business from scratch. And I would like to introduce to you our special guest, who is Chris Pyers, and I have been practicing his last name. I believe I did a live this morning, and I said Chris Wires. And then I said, did I really say that? And no, because one of my mentors, Katie Stage, said his last name sounds like Wires. And that kind of stuck in my head. So Chris, I apologize when you hear that live. I called you Chris Wires, but it's Chris Pyers, and I think I got it right. And he is with us today, and I'm so excited to have him on my first hangout with this lunchtime marketing. I did my hangout on last Friday evening, kind of introducing myself and introducing the show. But today is really the launch of this 12:30 p.m. lunchtime marketing time. And so we're excited today to have Chris with us. He is a wealth of information. He just gives out so much value. He has so much to say, and he's going to be sharing with us today these tips, tools, and strategies on how to start an online business from scratch. So welcome, Chris, to the Pastor Jacki Show. Are you unmuted? I think you're unmuted. I can hear you.
There we go. All right.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, how you gonna mute yourself? I'm echoing. What's up, everybody? This is Chris Pyers here. They call me the real deal marketer. Am I echoing?
No, you're not echoing. No, echoing. I'm sorry. I can't speak today.
Yeah, I hear like a feedback. I'm hearing. Yeah, I can hear some feedback. I don't know why. Try to mute yourself again, Jackie.
Okay, let me mute.
Yeah.
One second. Let me bring this up.
Yeah, maybe if you mute yourself.
Okay, let me bring it up a little bit more. And I'm trying to find my mute button. Oh,
Right
it's
up
up.
top.
Oh, it's up here. See,
There you go. Yeah, that sounds better. Yeah, was that cool?
Now, Chris, before you start, let me ask you: Can I make you bigger on the screen? Or no?
I really don't know, Jackie.
Okay, no
I
problem.
see me at the bottom. What you can do is ask me the questions, right? If you have questions for me, and then mute yourself, and I'll answer it. That way, it won't echo. Yep.
All right. So this is Chris Pyers, and Chris, I just want you to start sharing with us first. Just introduce yourself and share how you became involved with online marketing.
Cool. Yeah. Again, hi everybody. My name is Chris Pyers. I've been in this business about 3.5 years now, to be honest, about 3.5 years. And I started this business from scratch. I didn't know anything about this business at all. And trust me, if I can do this business, anybody can do this business. I'm actually an ex-convict, you know, to let you know that I'm just a regular, normal person when I get in this business. Now, my actual job is I'm actually a real estate investor. I buy and flip houses. That's what I've been doing most of my life. And I decided that it was about time that I kind of make the switch. Now, the reason why, and people would ask, why would you want to switch from real estate investing where you're making a lot of money to online marketing? Well, the answer is very simple. I've been doing real estate investing over 30 years. And if anybody knows anything about real estate investing, yeah, you can make a lot of money. But if you're buying and holding real estate, you're dealing with tenants. And after 30 years, I'm just tired of going to court. I'm tired of fixing things and tired of chasing rents. And I'm done. It doesn't matter if I made $1 million every 5 minutes with this business. I'm just done dealing with tenants. And I'm actually looking out for my health now as I'm getting older. I'm not a young
Chris?
Yeah.
Chris, I'm going to stop you for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
We just got a note that you are not being seen on the screen. So,
wow, I see myself on the screen right now.
Okay, so let's see. Because we're learning this, let's see what happens here.
Wow.
I don't know.
I see myself right at the bottom.
Right, but you're not being seen on the screen. So
let me
contact you.
Ask him if she can see me now. I turn my camera off and I put
No, that's not it.
No. Could they hear me?
I think they can hear you. I'm going to ask Sonia, can you hear?
That's weird.
Hold on, we're going to work this out right now. And we're going to learn as we go how to get you to be bigger.
Right.
Let's see, there definitely must be a way.
Do they see you?
I believe so.
Yeah, they see you. They should be able to see me.
Let me see. There we go. Figured it out.
You got
it. Okay, Chris, now you're on the big screen.
All right. Yeah, I'm a movie star.
Hey, see, this is how it works.
This is how we do it.
This is how online marketing works. You learn as you go.
Most definitely.
Right. All right, Chris, continue your story. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so let me see where I left off with my ADD. But anyways, yeah, so I decided that, you know, after 30 years of doing real estate investing, it's not about the money anymore. You know, there's no job worth if making all the money if you don't have time freedom. And with real estate, I make a lot of money, but there's no time freedom. It's basically, give you an example. It's like real estate is basically like having money, being a millionaire and living in jail. I mean, if you have the money and you can't do nothing with it and you got no time to spend with family and friends, then what good is having all this money? So it doesn't matter. So what I did is I decided to go online, look for something else that I could supplement my income, and I can eventually give up the real estate. So I came online 3.5 years ago. I tried so many different stuff. And let me tell you right now, if you're online looking for legit programs out there, I will let you know this, that there are approximately 95 to 98% of the stuff out there are just scam. There's not too many stuff out there that actually legitimately works. So you got to be careful when you're online looking for products that you want to sell online, or you want to get in this business, as we call network marketing, online marketing, and just be careful. So I did come across a system that I am using now, and Jackie is using the same, and a bunch of other colleagues, friends of ours. We are in a system that actually does work. So when I came in this business, I knew nothing about this business. I had to learn from scratch. I use a lot of the free strategies to actually help me get my business started. And the first thing I had is a mentor. We also have a community of people here that are pretty much in the same type of niche that we do to help us. We also have coaching. We also have hangouts with other leaders and mentors to help you grow your business. And of course, we have all the training to get you started. So when I get started, I just started using the strategies. My niche of marketing strategy is YouTube. That's what I initially started mastering. And I will say this business, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Okay. I can teach you how to flip houses and make money in real estate faster than I can teach you to make money in online marketing. Not because online marketing is very difficult per se. The strategies are easy to use, but you must be consistent in this business. This business is all about like and trust. It's not about putting out links and just throwing out links and thinking you're going to become rich overnight. That's not going to happen. It's going to take a lot of persistence, a lot of willpower, and it's going to take a lot of doing and learning to get this business work. Now, a lot of people get it wrong. They're thinking, oh, I can just go online, quit my job, and I'm going to make all this money. No, do not quit your job, because it's going to take time learning how to do this business. So there are many times, not gonna lie, that I wanted to throw my computer across the wall and throw it right out the window, because I just didn't think I could do this. Well, I know that this business works. And for 3.5 years, I just never quit. And if you never quit, I'm going to tell you right now, if you never did this business before and you continually implement the strategies, you will, not maybe, you will be successful if you never ever quit and just keep on learning. And so now that I'm actually doing things in this business that actually takes me out of my comfort zone. When I first got started, I was not into YouTube. Making videos, that was like out the question. I was not going to get on camera and making videos. I only made private person. But with my mentorship, our coach, we have a coach, his name's Dave Ranica, and he told us that we need to get out of our comfort zone and start getting involved in this business and putting yourself out there. And I will say this, master one strategy at a time. When I first got started, here's what I was doing. I was actually doing a lot of strategies. I was doing YouTube. I was doing Facebook. I was doing Google+. I was doing Pinterest. And Instagram wasn't out at the time. I was doing a bunch of strategies and wondering why I wasn't having success in this business. And the reason why is because I was trying to do too many things and not mastering just one thing. So I scaled it down. I was actually posting, believe it or not, if I counted it, if I remember, I was posting to 27 different platforms in one day. And I was not having success at all. I was actually getting frustrated. I'm like, why in the hell is this not working? I am putting in the work. So it's not about putting in the work. It's about putting in the work, but being consistent and mastering just one strategy. So out of those 27 strategies, what I did is I scaled it down to one strategy. And I'm like, how in the heck is one strategy going to make me successful if I'm doing 27 and they're not working? I don't want to do that. So it was actually a mindset thing. So I had to scale it down. And I just got on and I started doing Craigslist. And I started mastering Craigslist to where I had 80 ads running at one time. And I was starting to get sales, but they're not quality leads in sales on Craigslist, but they are leads. So I started mastering Craigslist. And then I went to YouTube. I had no luck with YouTube. I had about maybe close to 1,000 videos out there. Still wasn't having success. I'm like, what is the secret to this? Why are other people doing YouTube and I can't get it to work? Well, I want to tell you right now, if you've never done YouTube and you know nothing about YouTube, it is a learning curve. But I will say this. I want to give a shout out back to Jackie because now she's using the strategy that I was using that actually took me a year to actually learn. And Jackie just came out the gate, made her first video, I believe it was yesterday or the day before or whatever, and she hit a home run out the park. And I'm actually jealous because she came on and she got it with the first try. And every one of our mentors are congratulating her. We've never, in my 3 years, Jackie, I've never, ever seen anybody come on their first video and get it right the first time. I've never seen that. So I am so impressed with what you did. And I'm actually going to probably ask you for advice, you know, maybe because you're female. I don't know. Females seem to have a better luck with this. I don't know. I'm not making excuses, but I'm just saying I didn't do that. It took me a year. And then after a year, I actually quit. I'm like, you know what? I can't get this YouTube to work. Number one, I don't stutter, but I get nervous on cam. I'm actually a private person. I want to be out of the camera and think I could do like Sonia did, make just a PowerPoint and try to get my business started. But I could not do that. So now 3 years later, I'm not camera shy. Now I'm all over almost everybody's Google Hangouts. I'm actually getting my business working, and right now I'm having a better success. Back to you in the studio, Jackie.
Well, Chris, thanks so much for your shout out. It was hard for me to do, but I kept going, trying to do the YouTube that I was being trained on by you guys, you, Katie, and Dave, and I was able to get it done. So I'm really happy about it. And I thank you for what you shared so far. Really interesting. And I wanted to ask, I think I heard you say that you were on YouTube, doing YouTube for 1 year. Okay, so how long have you been actually in the online marketing business?
About 3.5 years. It's coming up on 3.5 years that I've been in this business right now. And I'm going to tell you that this business, I'm echoing, Jackie. I'll answer the question with yourself. Yeah. I've been doing this business for 3 years, but for the first year doing YouTube, I did not have any success. I was implementing the strategies. I was doing what we call the SAM method. That is the way I grow my business. But I just could not understand the concept of this method called the SAM method. I just could not get it right. I'm like, I'm not a good speaker. Well, I actually had to learn how to become a better speaker. So I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And as we say, practice makes perfect. So I started doing that, and actually, after a year, I wasn't having no success. And I'm like, okay, let me change my script a little bit, maybe say things a little different. And I went ahead and deleted like 1,000 videos. And our coach, Dave Rainiker, told me, do not do that. Even though the videos are crappy, you want to look back and see how you've grown. You also want to leave it out there because those videos, whether they're crappy or not, will help you rank your YouTube channel. So don't think just because they're crappy or you think they're crappy that they're not going to do any justice for you, because that's so totally wrong. Because you know what? There are people that are going to like your crappy videos. There's actually people that are actually going to resonate with you by the way you talk. So do not delete your videos no matter how crappy you are, because you can also go back to it and see how you've grown. and what you changed to make you more successful. So I would tell you, just keep mastering it. Keep doing it until you get it. And eventually you're going to get it, and you're going to be very successful in video. And that's what I just kept doing.
Well, Chris, that's some great information there. And I think, you really hit on, don't get rid of your videos. I have done that myself. I've made a video, or I've done a Facebook Live, and then I would just delete it. I'm like, my hair wasn't right. Oh, my glasses were too low. I just didn't look right. I want to look like this one. I want to look like that one. Some people just look so fantastic on Facebook Live, and I'm like, what's up with me? And so I was deleting like videos that I would do because I was really self-conscious about how I was looking. And so, or what I was saying, or maybe I stumbled over my words, or I messed up this morning and called you Chris Wires. And then I said, did I say that? And then I had to correct myself. Normally I would have just deleted that video and said, okay, that didn't work. I'm done. But I didn't do that because I have been learning, just like you said, because I consider you one of my mentors. I really appreciate all that you give and all that you share with me, and you help me through different processes as I'm learning them, and I really appreciate you. We have a fantastic community. We really, really do. I'm on this Facebook. I'm not even on Facebook. I'm on this Hangout, and one of the people in our community is sending me messages. Thank you, Sonia, and letting me know, okay, Jackie, switch it back to you when you talk, and then when Chris is talking, switch it back to him, because I'm learning this platform. I'm learning how to do this particular marketing strategy. And so we have a dynamic community that helps us with that. I'm not alone. That's the thing. I'm not alone. Chris is here. There's others that are watching or tuning in, and they're helping me through this process. And I would say, Chris, talk a little bit about, because you just said, it's not about a perfection game. It's about being yourself and being able to let people connect with you, and your real self, not to be something fake, but also talk about the importance when you're starting a online business from scratch. Talk about a little bit about the importance of mentorship and community. And I'm gonna switch it back to you, and I'm gonna mute myself out.
Can you guys hear me? Better? All right. So yeah, that is very important. Mentorship. I'm going to tell you right now. Like I said, we have a coach. His name Dave Ranick. I don't know if he's on, but he is actually our biggest supporter in our coach to help us get along. And I'm going to tell you right now that if it wasn't for my mentorship with Coach Dave and other people that are in our niche, I probably would have quit, and I probably would not be doing this business, because sometimes it takes me a little while to understand things, especially something like this, because I've never done something like this in my life. And as a real estate investor, I was always thinking that, if I could market real estate, I could do this online business. But boy, was I wrong. It's actually completely two different types of businesses. So when I started, I was lucky enough to have the mentorship from our coach to help me get started, because my coach is pretty much like me. He calls himself the 24-hour marketer, because he literally stays up 24, 48 hours working on his business. And I'm pretty much the same. So between me and him, we clicked very well, because if I always needed help, Dave was right there for me, and other mentors in this group that actually help us succeed in this business. So Dave has coached me tremendously, and there were times I wanted to give up. Many times I quitted. I would say I quitted 99,000 times, but you know how long I quit? I quit for 5 minutes. And then I just came right back at it until I got it, because I knew in this business that in order to succeed in this business, it's nobody's fault but yourself. So when you feel down and you feel that you can't do this and you want to quit, that's where the mentorship comes in. That's where the coaching comes in to help you. Now, we're not going to do this business for you. You know, a lot of people want to get in this business, and a lot of people think all you got to do is push some buttons and magically, like the cereal, magically delicious, you're going to just make all this money. That is far from the truth. As I said, 98% of 100% of the people do not make it in this business. Why? Because they quit. And why do they quit? Because they don't have the mentorship. You know, they may not have a coach, but you really got to motivate yourself also if you want this to work. And I'm going to tell you, there are great leaders in this business that are actually successful in this business. And all you have to do is plug into this community, eliminate all the negativity. One thing I did, I'm going to tell you right now, you have to eliminate negativity in your life. Even if you're getting the coaching, even if you have the right mentorship, and you're implementing the strategies, when you have negative distractions on the other side of you, you know, telling you you can't do it, that you got to be crazy, keep your real job, and then you got people on this side telling you that you can't do it. Your mentors, your people that are actually like-minded. I hate to say that word like-minded, but I want to say people that are in your niche, you know, doing the same thing. You're going to have that battle. And believe it or not, we are people always, I won't say always, that we're distracted with negativity. And then sometimes when you have that negativity, you're going to start doubting yourself, especially when you're not having the success. You're going to start questioning yourself. Can I really do this? Will this ever work? Now, there's going to come a time, and I want to let you guys all know this, there's going to come a time where you're going to be in this business and you're going to have somebody else that started either the same time as you or started before you, and they're going to come pass you up. And you might have been in this business a couple of years, 6 months, and you're going to get a newbie that's going to come in, and they're going to blow right past you. That's going to be a very big, not just a distraction, it's going to kind of bring your morale down. And you're going to start questioning yourself and asking yourself, am I stupid? I mean, why is this person coming out the gate? They've been in it 3 months. I've been in it 6 months to a year, and I'm not having this success. Now, if you start thinking like that, that's going to bring you down. You're going to start questioning yourself, and you either are going to quit or you're not going to put much focus into it because you don't believe that you can do it. The first thing you have to do is believe in yourself, and do not look at the next person. Do not compare yourself with everybody else. Just think about this. How many times you've worked, if you worked in corporate America, there are people that have come in corporate America, the same job that you're working for corporate America, and blow by you. Because everybody has different experiences, whether you have experience or not in this business or not. Some people just learn quicker than others. Think about school. When you grew up going to high school and middle school, how many times that you needed help? You had to stay after school because you wasn't getting the material, while others were getting A's and blowing by it. You had to stay for extra help. I did. How many of us went to summer school? I did. I went to summer school. And I'm wondering, you know, I mean, it's part of life. Some people learn faster than others, but I will guarantee you this, that if you have a no-quit attitude and you surround yourself with positive people, that is the key right there. Surround yourself with people that are doing the same thing as you, that are having success. Model yourself behind them. Find out what their story is, and I can guarantee you that everybody who's got into this business of network marketing or online marketing or making money online, whatever you want to call it, have had their points where they want to throw their computer out the window. Okay, it's all a matter of sticking with it and being consistent. Now, you can't come in this business and think, you know, this is the mindset you can't have. Can't. C-A-N-T. You can't say, I'm going to get in this business and try it. If you say you're going to just try it, you've already failed. You've already failed. Go work for corporate America then. You got to say, I can do this. maybe you're not manifesting the success, but here's where success lies. It's not about just the sales. Success is maybe you learned a new technique. You learned something and you're using it. You may not be having the success, but you learned a new strategy. Getting a lead. If you got one lead, that's success.
Chris, before you go on to that, let me ask this. I just want to recap some of the things that you're saying so that those that are listening can really follow, because they might not understand some of these terms. But one of the things you just said was you have to believe in yourself. And I think that is really powerful, that you have to believe in yourself. And you also talked about don't compare yourself to other people. And I think individuals that are getting into business, no matter what kind of business they're in, you fall into the trap of comparing yourself to someone else and measuring your success by someone else's success. And if you're not looking like the other person, you feel that you're not successful and your business is failing, but that is not the case. And so I think those were really important points that you just brought out, that basically you've got to run your own race. I'm a pastor and I talk about that all the time. You got to run your own race, and sometimes I forget that I need to apply that even to my business. You've got to run your own race. You can't compare your business or where you are in your business to where somebody else is. Because you said something else that was really important. You got to know their story. And so you see someone, I think Ray Higdon, I believe his name is, has said, you see someone at a real success level. And you're like, wow, I want to be like that person. I want to be like that person. But we don't know what they went through in order to get there. I mean, nobody really knows, unless they were on your hangout the other day, what you went through to get to the point in your business that you're in right now. You had some struggles. I believe Dave spoke to us the other day on a live that anybody who's successful went through some struggles. They had some hard times. They had some hard knocks. They had some pain along the way in order to get there. We've got a great friend, Nat Terry, who is going through some struggles, but she's yet in the race. She's yet doing her business. She's yet doing what she has to do, but it's her race and it's going to be unique to her. And I think that was really important. I just wanted to stop there and kind of share that you got to run your own race, and you got to believe in yourself, and you got to go at your own pace. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to mimic anybody else. Just run your race and do it at your pace, because then when you get there, you're going to be able to teach somebody else how you got there, and it's going to be so valuable. Just like Chris is teaching us today, some valuable tips. Chris, you also talked about that it's important for somebody who is interested in launching or starting their own online business, marketing business, that they have to realize that it's not easy. There's a whole lot of stuff out there that's telling people, you can be an overnight wonder, in this business, and that is just not true. They're just scamming people. They're just giving people false hopes. Hey, sign up today and you're going to make money on tomorrow. And that's not the case. It takes time to really implement the tools and strategies that you really need to implement in order to get these certain things that you just started talking about, Chris, and I'm going to come back to you started talking about, getting leads or getting sales. That takes time. And then it will happen. But one of the things I want to stress is, you can't get those things unless you, one, have a mentor that's helping you get there. Two, that you're connected, and Chris talked about that, to a positive community, not a negative community, but a positive community. And three, I'm going to say you've got to have the right tips, tools, and strategies. Many people are trying to be successful, but they just don't have the right system. They don't have the right tools that's going to help them to get their business to where they need to get these things that Chris is going to talk about right now, just a little bit about getting leads and explaining kind of what that is, Chris, and then making the sale or a prospect. Talk just a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll tell you, in this business, here's what I learned. And I'm going to be honest, in 3 years, I've learned this, I would say, in the past year, even though it's actually taught. I just never paid attention to it. But the problem is, not the problem. The secret is that in this business, people have to like and trust you in order to join your team or for you to get leads or anything like that. It's not, people come in this business and think, well, you know what? If I only can learn this strategy and throw out links, that maybe I'm going to be successful. And that's what I touched on earlier, is that I was throwing out my links to 27 different social media groups and I wasn't having success. And I'm like, okay, well, what is it? If I'm doing everything supposedly right, why is nobody becoming a lead? Why is nobody seeing my stuff, buying my stuff? And what it is, it's all about like and trust. People have to like you and trust you and know you and see you online, putting that content out there. Your success is direct correlation of the content that you put out there. If you start putting out content out there, people are going to start noticing you. And you want to know what you do? You give away stuff for free. Give all your stuff away, 99.9% free. And when you put out enough content out there, people are going to start liking you. They're going to start, messaging you, and they're going to actually become a lead and become a sale and asking you about your business. Now, you can, we say that in this business, there's an 80-20 rule. And what the 80-20 rule is, you put out 80% content, 20% you pitch your business. Okay, yeah, we are in this business to make money. But the first thing is you want to develop a relationship with people like your best friend. Get these people to like and trust you. How you do that is by throwing out content. Make a blog. Make a video. Start emailing your list. Don't always pitch your list. Buy. In this business, people like to buy, but we don't like to be sold. Think about when you go into a department store. You go in, I'm going to pick on Walmart, whatever store, JCPenney, any store. And how many times have we gone in a store? I know I have, that we have the people that are on the floor following us around the store. And we might be in there for a new dress or whatever, but we don't want people following us, hounding us. And that's how you come off as a marketer if you're always hounding people. Buy my stuff. I got the best product on earth. Everybody has the best product on earth. So they claim. We all do. People are bombarded with this every single day. Think of the emails you get, the spammy emails you get. Do you click on every link that people spam you? No. You actually delete 95% of them. And the ones that you resonate with, sometimes you'll see a headline in your emails and you're going to click. Okay, now it may be salesy, it may be pitchy, but you know what? It's good. You're going to make that determination. And like I said, you have to just develop a system, and you have to be, another thing is you have to be consistent. You can't just do your business when you get a chance. Or you can't say, I'm going to run my business today, but tomorrow I got family problems, or I got things I got to take care of my family. Or whatever. Yeah, family is important. I did give a wrong example. Family is number one. But you do got to run your business just like you have a family and you have to work a 9 to 5. If you're working a 9 to 5, are you going to say, well, I'm not going to go to work today because I want to spend time with my kids? You have to run this business and spend at least minimum of 2 to 4 hours a day, every single day. And when you become consistent and persistent and keep running your business and keep learning, you're going to grow, you're going to learn, and eventually people are going to be attracted to you. In this business, it's called attraction marketing, where we put out the information. We really, truly want to help people. Don't look at this as, oh, I need to make money, or I need to pay my rent next month or whatever, and I need to make all this money. No, people are not going to join your team when you do that. You got to make connections and just get close to people. Really, really try to help them. And when you really try to help people, that's when your business is going to grow.
Chris, let me say this. Dave, our mentor, just sent something. He said it's important for us to get across that people want encouragement more than a product. And so you were just talking about, not always trying to sell your product, service, or opportunity, because people want encouragement. You also gave some really great tips, and I just want to recap those. You talked about how it's important to tap into this 80%, 20% rule. With 80% you're giving out content, valuable content, and then 20% you're actually talking about your business. And you really gave some great stuff, telling new entrepreneurs, new people that are entering the online marketing business, or those that are thinking about coming into an online marketing business, that it's important not to do something, and I'm going to give a technical word, most people might know about it, spamming. And you talked about not something that you did when you first launched your business, where you kind of went out and just put links everywhere, and that is considered spamming. And you will get in big trouble, especially on Facebook, if you do that. And so that is not a good technique to do when you are starting your online marketing business from scratch. Do not go out and just put links out everywhere. That's not what it's about. Chris, you talked about what online marketing truly is about. It's about building relationships. And you said three things. People need to know you, like you, and trust you. And I'm going to say that again: know you, like you, and trust you. And those are key elements to building an online business from scratch. You've got to build rapport. People have to get to know you, like you, and trust you. Something else you said, attraction marketing. And basically that's what attraction marketing is, where people get to know, like, and trust you. And so you've got to build relationships before you even talk about anything really with your business. And you said something else that was really important that I want to stress. You said you have to give away value free. And not just a little bit, you've got to give away a lot of it. And I believe that is the strategy of Gary V. Is it Vaynerchuk? Gary Vaynerchuk. That's what he preaches all the time, that you have to give away value, give away value, give away value, give away value. And then people will begin to say, hey, they'll begin to follow you. They'll begin to be interested in what you are giving because you have given so much to them. And when you actually get to the 20% of talking about your business, talking about your service, product, or opportunity, they're going to be like, yeah, sure, because you have just given so much value to us throughout the weeks and the months and the years, that sure, I want to do what you're doing, because you make people feel good. Like Dave said, people are more interested in encouragement. And they want to be encouraged. They want to feel like they can be successful. They want to feel like they're not a failure. They're going to make it. They're going to reach their goals. And that's how you do it, through giving value. And so you just talked about some great stuff. And the last thing you talked about is in business, when you're starting an online marketing business from scratch, the most important thing is you've got to be consistent. You've got to be consistent, because people, we learned last night from one of our mentors, Laura Parrish, and she talked about how if you say you're going to show up at this time, then people start following you and expect you to show up at that time. And so it's important that even if you can't do something every single day, I know that that's really the most important, that's really important to do, but because of scheduling, we know life is life, kids, family, husbands, jobs, all that kind of stuff. If you're still on your 9-to-5 job, then you have to schedule your time out. You've got to be able to say, okay, on Monday, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to focus on doing that. Tuesday, I'm going to do this. Wednesday, I'm going to do that. I might not be able to get to something on Thursday, but I'm going to get it on Friday. Long as you have a schedule and you commit to that schedule and you're consistent with that schedule, you will really gain success. But like our mentor Dave talks about, you really need to work your way up to, even if you're not there yet, you need to work your way up to what Chris was saying. You've got to put time into your business if you really want to get to the level that you really want to get to. This has been a great discussion, Chris. I tell you, I think you have really laid so many nuggets out today, and I'm watching the time because I know this is lunchtime, and I want to kind of wrap it up. I want you to just give 3 tips that you would say that are vital. They are the top tips here to start a online marketing business from scratch. We have given out so much on this hangout, but I want to kind of put it in one little ball, one little nugget of 3 things that people can really walk away with and say, you know what, if I'm going to start an online marketing business from scratch, I've got to keep this in mind. I want them to be able to walk away with that. So Chris, I'm going to come back to you and we're going to kind of wrap this up. And if you can give us 3 powerful tips that people can walk away with from this hangout on today, how to start an online marketing business from scratch, that would be great. So I'm coming back to you, Chris.
Awesome. Yeah, the first thing I would say is get with a mentor. You're definitely going to need a mentor. That is number 1. And if you don't have a mentor, find other followers, people that are just in the same niche as you. There are people that are actually doing the same thing. Surround yourself with positive people. That's number 1. The second thing is to learn. Actually get into the system and start learning. And, have accountability to yourself. And you're going to know that if you're really putting time in or if you're just not putting enough quality time in. So you want to have your mentorship, you want to learn and really learn, and then you want to teach it. You want to teach what you're doing. So mentorship, learn, and teach. And if you put those in, I want to say there's a 4th, consistency, but those are the 3, and that's like a bonus, number 4. But you want to have consistency too. So I would say those are the 3 key things to this business. And if you continue to do this every single day, and also one thing I want to touch on is be yourself. Don't try to be professional. I know that sounds weird to hear, but you are the professional in what you teach, okay? But you want to be, when I say be yourself, have your own personality. I have my own personality. I like to say, peace, yo, what up? I mean, it's the way I talk. Now, I do use my business, but I also have people that are actually like me. And people are going to follow you that are just like you. Don't worry about who you are. When I first started in this business, I was being told I was like trying to be a salesman. And not being a salesman pitchy, but talking like I'm a salesman. And people don't like that. But if you're yourself, people are going to resonate with that because you're going to get a bunch of followers. They're going to say, you know what? I like that guy, Chris. I like the way he talks. He's pretty cool because I am cool. And that's the way people follow you because they start liking you, trusting you. But like I said, mentorship, learn, and teach. Those are the 3 key things that I would say that are very vital in this business.
Chris, that was great. I have so many notes from this hangout of all the nuggets that you shared with us today. And so to kind of put this all together, Chris, you just gave us 3, I mean, really, actually it was even more than 3. You talked about that we really need to make sure that we have mentorship. I can't tell you the value that mentorship has been for me. I have some fabulous mentors. My mentor, Danielle K. Howell, is the one who actually led me into online marketing. And she has been phenomenal of teaching and sharing all the things that she has learned. I have gained such knowledge from other mentors, Dave Renica, Katie Stage, you, Chris Pyers. I'm learning that last name, man. and there's just so many others that I have been able to connect with. Sonia. And Sonia, I just want to give you a shout out. I don't know if you're listening right now, but Sonia has been helping me do this hangout. She's been texting me and saying, Jackie, do this, Jackie, do that. And so it's just so wonderful to have good mentorship. And you talked about something else, Chris, not just the mentorship, but you talked about making sure you surround yourself by the right people. And that is vital. You've got to be in the right community. You can't be around negative people. You can't be around people that don't really support you in what you're trying to do and the goals and the dreams that you're trying to reach. You've got to be around the right people. And then, Chris, you said you got to learn. Meaning you've got to learn your strategy. Don't try to be all over the place, but master one particular strategy, and you master it. And Pat Patterson said this, you master it when you don't have to think about it anymore. Like, I'll master it when I don't have to think about, oh goodness, how do I get the person in the little square to be in the big square? Then I would master it. I'll master it when I won't forget to turn my mic off so we don't have echo. I'll master it when I'll remember to, when I'm doing a Facebook Live, to turn off my phone and put it on Do Not Disturb so my Facebook Live won't be disrupted, you know, when I'm trying to do it. So that's when you'll master it, when you will know the checklist that you need to do before you actually do something, and it becomes just second nature to you. So you got to learn your strategy. Don't try to learn a lot of strategies. Don't try to learn Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all those things at the same time. Learn one and master it and become good at it. Then you said something else, Chris. You said teach it. And that's where it connects with what you shared with a little bit earlier about that you have to just keep giving value, value, value. And that's what you do. When you learn something, like I've got all these notes here, I've got all these notes. Now I can go and teach somebody else. And so that's what it's all about. Making sure you have a good mentor, surrounding yourself with the right people, learning your strategy and master it, and then teach it to somebody else. And I want to close kind of with this, because you talked about it, and I think it's vital. You got to know your niche. And you talked a little bit about that. And some people call it target audience. So you've got to know who your target is. And Chris talked about this in his discussion today. He said, really, your target audience or your niche are people just like you. So the same things that you might be experiencing, the same things that you're interested in, the places you go and all that kind of stuff, you're going to attract people that are just like you. Chris, this has been a fantastic hangout. I really want to thank you so much for being with us on today. And I'm going to come back to you and just let you do some last words, and then I'll come back and I'll close it out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just want to say, you know, and another thing is, do not quit, no matter how hard it gets. You know, in any business, any successful person will tell you that before they became successful, I can guarantee it, that they're going to tell you that they failed more times than they became successful. It was, if I believe, Thomas Edison. He created the light bulb. You know how many times he failed before he got the light bulb to work? I believe it was 1,000 times that he quit. I mean, not that he quit, that he was unsuccessful creating the light bulb. And I believe either it was 1,000 time or 1,001 time he finally created the light bulb. Now that is a lot of failure before he became successful. You're going to fail. In order to grow and become successful, you're going to fail. It's like anything in life. I'll give you another quick example. If you want to become a doctor, a lawyer, okay, it takes time. It takes work. You're not going to walk out the gate or if it takes 6 years to be a lawyer, I mean, not a lawyer, a doctor, and you want to say, okay, well, I need to make money, and after 1 year, I'm going to get out of school, and I'm gonna be this doctor. No, I mean, I'm not going to say that this business is going to take that long. Everybody has their own only time frame. I'll give you an example. I think it was Lisa Torres in this business. If you don't know her, look her up. I believe, if I might be wrong on the time, but I know it was at least this much. It took her over 10 years before she was successful in this business. Now, don't let that scare you. And I believe it was 18 years before she became successful in this business. But you know what? Here's where she grew. She never quit. She kept learning until she got it. I'll give you another example. Our coach, Dave Rainica, he started the same time I did. And Dave is very, very successful. He's making a hell of a lot more money than me. And do I look at him and say, why is he doing it and not me? And this guy lives in South Africa. He's in a third world country. If he can do it, us out here in the U.S. should have no problem. It's all about, as I said, surrounding yourself by people, learning and teaching, being consistent. And if you continue to do those 4 things right there, you will have success. So that's my tip to end it.
Chris, thank you so much. Like I said, this has been a great hangout. You have given such great nuggets, and I truly appreciate you being my guest on the Pastor Jacki Show. And I want to close out with this, I guess it's this quote from a book that I'm reading, and everyone should read it, that's in business or thinking about going into business, and it's Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And in this book, it says this, and I'll close with this. And I'm gonna direct it towards you. I want you to understand this, that you are the master of your own fate, and you are the captain of your own soul. So, as Chris Pyers has said it and ended it with, don't quit. No matter what, stay focused on your dreams. Stay focused on your vision. Stay focused on your journey, and don't quit, because you will succeed. So thanks again for joining me on today, the Pastor Jacki Show. This is Lunchtime Marketing. And Chris, thank you again. So that ends our hangout on today. Please tune in on next Friday at 12:30 p.m. We have another great discussion planned. The topic, I believe, is why people fail as an online marketer. Why people fail as an online marketer. And my guest will be none other than Dave Rainica from South Africa. You do not want to miss that hangout. He's gonna dump a bunch of nuggets. You thought you experienced that today? Wait till next time. So I'll see you on next week, Friday at 12:30 p.m. This is the Pastor Jacki Show, and you have been listening to Lunchtime Marketing. Thanks a lot, Chris. I'll see you.
Bye, people.